So scrolling through the Nike app, guys, I actually realized that if you are not planning of going to the Nike Bayou and customize a pair, you cannot actually find a proper pair of Air Force 1 which will bring some better materials than the stiff ones which are coming in most regular releases. But in the last week or so, guys, Nike has dropped two brand new releases on the Nike website and one on the SNKRS app. So in today's video we're gonna have a look at all three of them. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like at the end of the video. For sure it will help a lot the channel. Of course, you can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at a few releases coming from Nike for the Air Force 1, which in my opinion I feel that they are the best options available right now to purchase, unless you really want to go and spend some extra money on the Nike Bayou program where you can actually customize a pair for yourself. So let's go ahead and start with the first one, guys. So as usual, this one will come in your regular Air Force 1 box, which will be in this black color, and this one will have the very well known Nike Air Force 1 and the Nike swoosh in this silver color here on the lid. So let's go ahead and take them out. So the first pair for today, guys, will be this Nike Air Force 1 Luxe. So this one, guys, appeared on the Nike website as a brand new release where it was actually saying just in, but to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, this one dropped around a year ago, so I really think that this one is gonna be a restock. Nevertheless, guys, this one is available at least here in the UK for the retail price of £130, and for sure will be so much different comparing with a normal pair of Air Force 1, where as you can see we're gonna have a very interesting mix of materials for this upper, which for sure are feeling actually quite good. So for this one we're gonna have a very nice mix of materials between this white leather, which will also have some very nice imprints and color as well. And on top of this one we're gonna have some suede overlays. One of it will be this lacing system. As you can see, also the Nike swooshes in the midfoot will look quite nice as well, where we're actually gonna have two on top of each other. And also here at the back of the heel section we're gonna have again some suede, which for sure looks quite good. And for sure I would say that it's actually quite obvious that the actual rubber midsole, guys, it's oversized. And I can tell you straight out of the box that this one is actually much heavier than a normal pair of Air Force 1, which will also have, as you can see, a very thick rubber outsole, which for sure will be quite grippy. And if I'm not mistaken, besides this color, guys, we're also gonna have a full black one as well, but I would say that this one will look so much better. As if for the actual sizing, this one will just fit as any other pair of Air Forces 1, so you can just go with your normal sizing. So let's jump to the second pair, guys, for the same Air Force 1, which will come in the same box as the previous one. So let's go ahead and take them out. So apparently this one will be a waterproof pair of Air Force 1, and this one will be called the Pro Tech Waterproof. So even though this one, guys, will come in this monochromatic colorway from top to bottom, I feel that this one is actually a very interesting release, which here in the UK will retail at a price of £140, which for sure will make you pay extra comparing with a normal pair of Air Forces 1, which here it's retailing at £110. But given that we're gonna have these waterproof materials for this upper, I would say that this one is actually quite interesting. But in my opinion, I really feel that this one should come in other color combinations as well. For sure, this one is not one of my favorites. So as you can see, for this upper, we're gonna have this leather material, which seems to be a tumbled one. And I would say that even the actual tongue and laces are water repellent as well. So for sure, this one is a very good addition for this fall or even winter as well, which to be honest will just feel on foot as any other pair of Air Forces 1. And besides these actual perforation holes, which they are just pressed down, and this Nike swoosh in the midfoot, if you don't pay close enough attention, you wouldn't say that this one is something special. You would just think that this one is just another pair of Air Force 1. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one as the previous one, you just need to stick with your true to size. This one seems to fit roughly the same as any other releases, so you don't need to worry about this one too much. So I would say that this one, guys, alongside the previous one, which was the Lux, for sure is gonna be a very nice addition. But at least this one, it's not gonna be as heavy as the Lux one. I would say that this one will be roughly the same as any other pairs of Air Forces 1. So let's go ahead and see the third one, guys, for today, which will come from the SNKRS app, and this one is actually a woman's release. So as you can see, this one will come in your regular box for any of these general releases for the Air Forces 1. So this one will come in this gray color, which will have the Nike Air Force 1 and the Nike swoosh in this white color here on top. So let's go ahead and take them out. So the third release, guys, for today will be for this woman's Air Force 1 in this elemental gold colorway. So this one, it's actually not a brand new release. If I'm not mistaken, this one dropped around 2 or 3 weeks ago on the SNKRS app for the retail price of £120. And if I'm not mistaken, this is still available in most of the sizes. So I would say that the love for this one, it's not as big as you would think. But most definitely I feel that this one, it's actually quite an interesting one, and given that the materials for this upper will be entirely this suede material, which is actually quite hairy, I would say that it's actually surprising that this one is still sitting on the SNKRS app. So I would say that for those £10 which you need to pay on top of a normal pair of Air Force 1, this one is actually quite an interesting one, which will have this soft suede for this upper. This one will also have a very nice tongue, which will be made out of the same suede material, and the colorway most definitely will be just perfect for this fall season. And as you can see, for this one, we're also gonna have a second pair of laces, which works just fine with this upper and also with this back tab, which most definitely looks quite nice. And as I've said in my previous review for that pair of Nike Dunk lows, which was a woman's release, I really feel that the women's releases are getting better materials, and also the level of comfort will be better as well. I'm not entirely sure why this is happening, but for sure I would prefer to have this level of comfort and materials for men's releases as well. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one, yet again, as the previous two which we've just seen, for this one I went with my usual sizing, so I would recommend you to do the same. This one seems to fit roughly the same as any other pair of Air Forces 1. So for all of these pairs which we've seen today, guys, I will actually drop an individual review in the next couple of days. So make sure you're gonna subscribe to the channel, guys, in order to see those ones as well. Of course, don't forget to press the like button if you've enjoyed this video, guys. And just in case you want to see any of my other reviews, guys, you can actually choose right now from this video here, this one here, or even this one here. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.